Here we are. Okay, let's work on the OBS. So whatever, just fuck you. Fuck you, bloody fuck, bloody fuck. Why do Indians hate white people so much? Jealousy, man missile. Bloody fuck, bloody fuck, bloody fuck. Is that why there's so many ugly people who are like famous white people? I just list off like some of the most hideous like white people you've ever seen. Like all of them be fucked. Even like KSI was massive, massive, like huge. Why is he famous? Because black people like. Because black people they get like powered. If black people can choose who to vote, they'll all vote for a black person because they will get like power from it. It's like a secret power that they'll get. You'll never ever go on a black person's like the people they follow, and like there'll be any good faith people who are white that they'll follow. They'll follow like some like ugly white people like lolcows because they're laughing at them out of anger, but they'll never follow like any like good looking white people who are like so they probably just want to understand they'll just hate them. They just don't want to. They'll be like, fuck this cracker. I'm allowed to say that word. Fuck this cracker. So Kay's video still hasn't really gained much traction, and also it's going into summer now, which could be really tough for her because in the summer those people like to go out. Like, even me, like I'm just like I can sort of tell that the content's just really shit. Cause it's getting nicer, and I'm just like wanting to go out. Like I was out like most of this morning, well most of this afternoon as well. It's like 6 o'clock now. I play this for like a little bit, and I'm watching Kay's video like ironically. But a lot of the time I'm not watching like streamers. So content I watch is that I like to watch like real videos. So I like watching like cop videos. They're always really funny because they're like actually real. You can actually just see like when they stop black people and they're just like they sound like mental. They just sound like white guys with like Down syndrome. It was like one this morning I watched. There was some fucking black woman who was just like she like bit one of the officers in the thigh. So before you're gonna like say anything, just remember like what she ultimately bit an officer in the thigh. So like he's probably gonna have to get like tested for like imagine getting an STD because like 50% of black women in America have like an STD. So he has a really good chance he could have an STD now. You're like no he ain't. Well you don't know because she could have like some STDs I think can be transferred through saliva. And even that's not true. She might have like had bleeding around her gums and stuff, so it could be blood transferred. She had like gingivitis or something. She's got like bleeding gums, and then she's like bites him as well. And she was just like going ape shit. I don't know, like I think I just get like a sick like little kick out of it. But every time I go on X, there's always like some fucking insane post, which is a video, which is just some guys in India. Like these are the videos I watch. There's just like some fucking Hindu festival going on in some shithole in India, which is like everywhere in India. Some fucking like Indian guy's bald. He looks like who he looks like? He looks like Dalsum from Street Fighter. That's probably who they got the idea from because he's like literally looks like Dalsum actually. But he's not as cool as Dalsum. So what they're doing is they're just pouring like milk on his head and just all this like sauce and stuff. It's just vile. It's just absolutely vile. The whole like religion, Hinduism, is just based on just destruction. And I remember it was funny because when I watched like The Office again, The Office is written by Greg Daniels. He's a Jewish guy. And it's just interesting because it's like I think all these Jewish people knew about this. And it's like even when there was an episode of like Curb Your no H3H3 where he's talking about like Joey salads, how like he's goading the black people because he's like doing these like social pranks, and he like was like, it's like Joey Salads. He's gonna like set off the inevitable civil war between black and white people. And I was like, well, that's an interesting thing to say. 'Cause even as back in those days, I never thought anything like that. I never thought of it ever getting to that extreme. And that video came out ages ago. That came out like probably like 10 years ago now. Like when H3 was like doing Joey Salads, yeah, it's probably 2016, isn't it? The golden age of YouTube. I just remember him saying that. It just struck out because I was always thinking like, I never think that because I think I always deep down thought like, yeah, black people would just get outnumbered. They would just they only take up like 13% of the population. Like they'd be able to do some damage, but they'll just get taken over eventually because the Americans would all the whites would just eventually just give in. Sorry, not give in like that. They would just all like rally together and they all have guns, I don't know. So it would be a horrible affair, but they would do it. It's just over here, it's not because we don't have any weapons. Plus, like they've like basically trained all of our like men to be pussies. But we need like people like me, but they're not going to be people like me because people like me have been like ground down in society by women and like other minorities, and all they actually need to do is just have the balls to just actually just say, to look them in the eye and say "fuck you," and they just most people will just give up or just they run away. Once you actually say it, especially to like minorities, if you're white and you talk ill of a minority, they all usually cope and just say some shit, but they usually just there's nothing they can say. I stand in the shadows of the giants of all the white, my ancestors who built everything around me. None of this has been contributed to by black and Indians and Muslims. None of that. They've all just stolen everything. That's why I say I just think they don't deserve this. They just don't deserve. So that's how I want to phrase this. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve to play this game. They don't deserve to use the internet. They don't deserve to have phones. They don't deserve it. They don't. I really don't think they do. Like, what have they contributed? Nothing. Entertainment, and it's just like what the Jewish people are trying to do. Like, no, they are great entertainers. It's like, who gives a fuck? It's not doing anything, is it? Don't give a fuck. Isaac Newton is worth infinitely more than like I Show Speed or like Kai Cenat, any fucking black like any entertainer. This is just like what the Jewish people are trying to do. Um, they're trying to get in the last hurdle. They're like trying to like just be basically like, oh, we haven't contributed anything really meaningful to society, but we just want to, so we're just gonna like implant ourselves in at the last minute. We're gonna be like, oh, we're these fantastic comedians and these fantastic like, it's like, okay, but what have you done? Have you invented anything? Well, no, but we've made these really funny films. Okay, but have you actually invented anything? It's like, well, we've made these really funny, like all this good like music and stuff. It's like, yeah, but have you actually like what have you discovered? Well, you see what I mean? It's just like we haven't actually done anything. So I need to like push the switch down there, I think, because like I remember this. You just don't want to waste time with this fucker because this guy's like a regenerator, and regenerators you can't kill him unless you use like the special rifle. I actually might be a bit of a goy boy tomorrow because I got a voucher for McDonald's. I know. You can get a McPlant and fries for $2.99. I was like, that's not bad. That's about as much as it should be. You want to know the truth? If I ruled the country, that's how much it would cost. That makes sense. You'd feel okay about that, wouldn't you? So okay, or Big Mac. So imagine going to McDonald's in 2026, and you could get a Big Mac meal. I'll just even push it to a meal, and it was like $2.99. You'd think that probably would sound about fair, doesn't it? You'd think that probably sounds like what the '90s prices would be. If I worked, I would vow to make that the case. I'd vow. I'd be like, I'd make sure that I could do that. at the moment, I think to do that, it would. I'm not even kidding. It depends what size meal you get, and that's always bullshit. Why am I paying like money um to get like a different size meal, and the only thing that changes is the fucking fries and the drink? It's bullshit. No one's. I'm not falling for that. That's why anytime they always say, "What would you like?" I always just say, "Just get fucking medium, just get small," because the burger's like the main expensive part. So like the fries, I don't care about. Fries is just like kind of like fodder. I mean, McDonald's fries are actually pretty paying, to be fair. They are not bad, but still, it's just like I had a large meal at King Sus. It's like 6, 7 quid. It's like a crazy amount of money. How's this happened? How on earth is a burger that's meant to be like designed to be cheap as fuck is now like £7 for like that? Some fries, and you can't like sit and bullshit me that chips cost money. They don't. Like you probably get like less than a potato's worth of fries, and you can buy potatoes for like so cheap, especially at their scale. Don't fucking have a lot. They'll just have like some factory somewhere where they just got like a huge like blender. They just literally do just for all the potatoes just go in, and it just gets like you don't even think about it. And they just get bundled up in these big. I've seen it, these sacks, and they get frozen. And they get sent to the respective shop, and you just it's all you do. You just then turn on the frying, and you just like stick the frozen shit in there. You're right. What the drink? Kidding me? Like 99%, like 95% of every drink is 90, more than that. Like 98% of every single drink you ever drink, like 98% of that is water. Uh, except like alcohol, obviously, I suppose. Because obviously, if you buy 40% alcohol vodka, you should assume that 40% of that was going to be like alcohol. But if it's like a soft drink, you'll find it just be like carbonated water. It'll be like 98%. It's just the rest of it's just like because if you even put sugars and shit, I don't know. It's just that and like some syrup. All of that will cost them nothing. That's why even when I go tomorrow and I'll use that voucher for 2.99 for my plant and a medium fries, they'll still make a massive profit of that. I'm not joking. I'm probably assume that each component of that will only cost them like the fries. I imagine it would be like in the tens of pennies, if not that. I think to make a medium fries on a single unit on the scale they have it on. If you think about all of McDonald's that they have in the whole world, you just got to think every single one of those makes it a little bit cheaper because they'll just buy everything on a larger scale. They probably just buy potatoes in the fucking. If you're a farmer and you manage to get like a contract with like McDonald's, you'd be in the fucking heaven, wouldn't you? Or McCain's, or McCoy's. They'll just buy it, yeah, probably just buy like absolute tons and tons and tons and tons of them. That's what I mean. It's just. I was in Asda's because like I didn't get a new game obviously, but one of the advantages was like there's a supermarket which it's basically just Walmart. That's what Asda's is. It's just Walmart, but we have a different branding for it. They just sell different stuff, so it's just nice to go there because I can just buy like stuff that I can't really go here. And there's some Asian marts as well. And there was like a couple of Asian marts because I'm getting into like this mushroom craze, and they were selling these like bags of dried shiitake mushrooms. I just didn't really know how you eat them, and like the girl who worked there was cute enough, but like, I'm not gonna race mix. But it's like I just don't really know how to talk. They could not. No, sorry, I got for a second. It's like I don't think their English is kind of good enough for me to like, want to like talk to them and just try and like work out. I'll be like, "How you cook this?" And they'd be like, "Oh, you just put it." And they always say some shitty answer, and I'm never very satisfied with it. Just put in stew or something. Like, what does that mean? Like, what, can I cook it? Can I just cook this? Can I just, if I just want these shiitake mushrooms, can I just eat them? No, no, you can't do that. Um, and I was also like, oh, what's the hottest one you have? And I was like, this is hot, this one. Do not don't complain if you can't eat it. And I take it home, I always eat it. It's never hot. These Chinese are fucking pussies. Who's that? Yeah, never mixed races, man. Just why? Why do you need to? Oh, I said that like on X. And some black guy like commented, and he was like, I fucked the shit out of black women. I was just joking. I never doubted he didn't because it's not like really a boast. Like I know that like women who fuck black men. That's not really a boast. But this is just what black. This shows like the fragility of black men. I think. So I like obviously just like I threw back because I'm just trying to bait people. I threw back and I inferred that he was gay because I was like, well, I joked I hadn't read it right, which already should just show that I'm like, because how could I misread something that's so permanent? I was like, you say you like oh fuck shit, that sounds pretty gay if you ask me. It's just like code for prison, and he got like really angry about it, and he like pressed it back. He was like, if like that is code for like fucking white women, then yes. So I was like. I don't know, dude. Oh no, and then he like put a picture of like this video of him like, getting a kiss by like this like white woman. I assume it was him, but the woman was not very. This is always like the other thing as well. In my opinion, she was not very attractive, which I don't. I think a lot of mud sharks aren't because usually they are they're compensating because I think they have really bad self esteem, so they've got too bad self esteem to try and like ask guys they're like they find attractive who are white. So what they do is they go for like, the low hanging fruit, which is like they know the safety is always like they can go with a black guy because black people are always gonna be like really enamored, so, like sleep with like chopped or mid, low mid girls because black people are like racist because you always hear about it. They think any white woman is like Sydney Sweeney, and I've heard it so many times. I always like hear like there'll just be like some white streamer woman, and then like you just hear some frivolous black guy comments. It's been like they all just look the fucking same to me. I don't know. And it's just like I've heard that so many times. But I'm convinced that there are just enough people black like we are to like black people. They are that same to us. They just think that we're all. And I did that. I told you I worked in a company where we had this like black woman, middle-aged black woman who wore glasses, just really slow, which is a classic like windfall generation like black woman. Who came from the Bahamas or something. And I worked there with my friend. And my friend, to give you context, I am not 6 foot. I am like 5'10", maybe the most. But he's like 6'6" or 6'5", monstrously taller than me, noticeably taller than me, and he wore glasses. I don't wear glasses. Um, and I have just a little, like slightly darker skin than him as well. He was very pale, and he always wore like checkered shirts. I never wore shirts, and he had a massive tattoo that said DSR on his arm. So there's just no way in hell, like if you were just like if I was like a sort of a somewhat intelligent white guy, those are just enough signs that if they were like two Indian guys who I knew like there was a faux pas, I might make the mistake that they're the wrong people. Like there's all these cues I know. Like okay, one of them's wearing like a turban, one of them's like really short, one of them's like slightly like fatter than the other. Do you see what I mean? And you would realize that you put a code in your head, but she just didn't do that, and it was like there's just so many occasions, or even like the first like 3 or 4 months when we kept meeting up, she just kept calling me him, and it was just blatant racism. I'm not allowed to say anything, and it happened when I was in my corporate job. All the Asian people as well. I was the only straight white guy, and everyone else was like like Chinese, like Asian, like Singapore girls, and I had like a Pakistani bitch boss, female boss. Um, and so I was like the only white dude, and somehow they always what do they always call me? They just mistook me for someone else. It's fucking insane. If I did that, I'd get in fucking trouble. Even like the US person was like a fucking Chinese woman as well. That was all fucked. Absolutely fucked. It's a humiliation ritual. It should all be my job. So why are these like fucking foreigners doing it? Every single one of those Chinese bitches who are doing it, like a Singapore bitch who was doing that job, it's just like a white dude who's just not getting that job. That's basically all you need to think. You need to get angry. That Pakistani woman, she doesn't need it. Like her husband was really rich as well, and I knew that, and I wound her up for that. So well, I didn't really, but she was like, but she was just being racist to me. I'm not allowed to say it because I'm a white man, so that should everyone will just like tell me that I'm a honky or a cracker. But she was just racist to me. There's just no way about it. It just doesn't matter how you want to frame it because she's either you can either the worst case is she is racist, and the best case is she's sexist. Like so, that's all you can say really. Because even though I was the best high flying like performing like candidate by far, she just never ever gave me any praise. People could say, yeah, well, your personality was just really shit, but that's not really like the boss's role to do. If a boss is like stoic and actually like good, he would actually. It's just like I say to you, if it was a man, he just wouldn't see it like that. He would just look it past you and still give you like the validation because he'd just be like, okay, I get why you're being a dick, but like at least you're actually fucking able to like do results. You're still a key member of this team. I can put this behind me because I'm a bloke. I don't care. Like men do that. You just go through life as a militant bloke, and you do have to deal with people you just don't like. But you're just bigger than that. You just get over it. I always think of like remember what's it called? Um, Deus Ex, when like you're Jensen, but you got to like work with that like Pritchard dude, and like he hates him. He's like that long haired dude who loves like he's like the he loves I think I know what I've got to do. Where's the real war? Dude, I feel really sick. Oops. That was tough. Right. Oh. Gotta be really, really careful, because this guy's gonna come and he's gonna fuck us up.
Christ. What kind of experiments are they doing here?
What kind of experiments were they doing, dude? But anyway, I got some really peng food. Got like some peng and Della food. I even got like some pork. They still fuck her anytime they want.
I don't like it. That's your culture, is yodeling? Is this Burning Man? What's going on? This is weird. You know, the last...
Dude, I masturbated to spray cards.
Is that what you're doing?
People we follow have severe brain damage. Yeah, probably. Or black and Indian. Dude, I'm really scared. Alright, let's get Kay's video back on.
Dialogue will attract. Like, he's attracting men that just hate only
Yeah.
because you can argue that actually the one slight benefit, in quotations, that only has bought is that they can make money from sometimes the luxury of their own room, sometimes on their own accord, in, again, brackets, because we get into the conversation of how much of this choice is their own choice, right? But my point is, for example, some OF creators, you know, they're not working with a pimp. Some are, though. Only has got this big glazed idea of empowerment now. Everybody's thinking that it's so great because you can work independently from pimps. There's literally people being pimped out on Only as we speak. But
yeah, like Kay Luke as well. When was the last time you brushed your teeth? No, that's level 2. But when was the last time you... Side treatment, I hope. When was the last time you brushed your teeth? When was the last time you brushed your teeth? When was the last time you brushed your teeth? No, it has to be that. Oh, this is crazy. It has to be that, doesn't it? Unless. Oh, this is crazy. I can't fuck it up. It's gonna be something mental, isn't it? Like this, I think it is. This is crazy. I can't do it. Oh, I did it. I fucking did it. I fucking did it. Took me so goddamn long. I watch more. How do I beat that?
Again? It's taken so long.
Whoa! Dude, fucking deck me that nonce. I watch more.
Would like to glaze over that, right? And it's actually harder for people to investigate because there's a paywall. That's
More like a gay wall. Oh, take it, Kate.
The point is,
Lick my massive nut.
this idea that they hate only now because they don't, there's a paywall.
More like a massive gay wall.
Hi, I'm Jack Whitehall, the host of this week's SNL UK with music from the incredible George. Oh, she.
Like Lois Evers live. That's the problem, you see. I hate people. That's my only problem with life. I really do. I like talking about people and I like observing people. I just don't like being people. Just get it? Get me? People be tripping, Holmes. You probably don't get it, but I get it. I like to be the observer. Why don't you tell me your greatest fear? How would that sound? I don't have one. Well, I'll change that. And the movie never ends, it goes on and on and on and on. Strangers setting. I walked down the boulevard, I was shining, hiding in the night. and then got it up.
There's an expectancy, whereas before it's just like, you know, mainstream pornography is just
Oh, shit.
OF and stuff, and that's where they get their content from. And now that women can make money directly into their bank accounts, that's the problem that they have with it. They don't care about... I haven't seen this level of outrage about growing up. There was never people coming online complaining. The complaining has only ever come out through OF, and I would genuinely applaud that complaining. I would applaud any effort.
Oh, for real, okay. Oh my god. Okay. No. Brilliant. It's just such a shame, it is, isn't it? How much do you get with also? How'd you check the bonus? Oh. Five of the same's fine. Trying to go to sleep forever. Bill my $800. I mean, Magnum Buzz. Dude, just gonna have loads of Magnum Buzz. See that? Yeah, the rifle arms are pussies. But they know what's supposed to come down. They fucking know what's supposed to come down, dude. I feel sick. How do I get that? How do I get that? I feel sick. Dude, I feel really sick.
Need a wrench to get this open.
A wrench? What the fuck is a wrench? Oh, where the fuck am I going? I love the merchants like, the merchants like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? I'm not selling to you. You sold that shit out. What the fuck was that? I thought you knew what it was.
What can I interest you in? I'll buy it at a high price. A deal well struck. We like our herbs, we do. Heal a man, kill a man, they do it all. You're easy work. Crossing your T's, dotting your I's, that's the way to be. Goddess, come back anytime.
To deal with the exploitative nature of OF, and I would applaud any efforts to highlight that actually OF is an empowerment and it is a form of slavery, a form of exploitation. I would applaud that wholeheartedly if you actually ever gave a James, right, about pornography and the women being exploited online where they get a one-off payment, usually pennies, right, like what, $100, $200 for a shoot, and then they never get paid again. You don't care about that. You care about the epidemic of women being able to be paid directly into their bank account rather than caring about the women who have been used and abused by mainstream companies. Companies, by the way, that have posted
Excuse me? Call the police, Katie. I don't know why you're making videos about. Just call the police. Like I said to the guy on the internet, I said, just call the police. It sounds way serious, dude. I don't know why you're wasting your time prattling around. Where's the capital? Fuck!
Door's jammed.
SA, companies that have posted
SA.
videos of them being assaulted,
Assaulted.
these companies that have come under fire for posting CP,
CP.
these things, yeah, you've never given a shit about. But
CP.
as soon as Sophie Rain's name's in the mix,
CP.
it's bad representation for
CP.
the community because she makes such an outlandish amount of money.
Probably shouldn't hear that too.
And women, when they're already down, I'm talking about probably single mums who need money, who need income to feed their children.
But there's no bigger systemic issue here, Katie. Do you know what systemic means? Do you think there's like a bigger thing at play? Do you think like why can't we question the bigger question, which is why are they needing money? And now I know a way they could have money. We have to remove a lot of people though, but we could do it. I know you'll scream and shout, but that's okay because we'll just make sure you just can't get involved. We'll lock you up somewhere, only for like temporarily while we sort it out. Because then once you're out, like what can you do? We just get angry, but we won't go. Because you've been ruined. You've just been goy-lorded. I don't know why. You should be like respecting and like worshipping us. You should. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not gonna feel stupid if like you clip that. And, like, these black people are gonna put me on the live stream fails. Look at this cracker's head. And he said this white woman should be worshiping his feet instead of mine. Shaquille O'Neal. I bet yeah, exactly. I don't know why she should be licking Shaquille O'Neal's or Shaq. LeBron James's penis, and he'd like more than mine. I don't understand that shit. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, think. This is the only thing I've got left to think about. But I don't really know what I'll do. Look up. Not sure what that did, but what was the point? I don't know where to go. I don't know where the thing is. The wrench was. This looks like a wrench. I just didn't pick it up. It's gotta be in here, isn't it? Oh, no, this looks like somewhere a wrench should be. Right. Wait, is this something like I have to kill them with that? No, that can't be right, because I ain't even got a thing yet. How would I be able to do it? I oh, right. How do I kill him? I don't know what's gonna. I don't know what's gonna range. Oh, where'd you get the scope? I know, but like how? I do I already have it? No. Oops. Nice.
Even this thing is controlled by bugs.
Oh, this is really easy to do. No.
And are already being exploited by a patriarchal society where women can be exploited from their bodies because there are men willing to pay for women's bodies because women's bodies have been commodified, right?
Right.
You are already on those people who are already down and you want to implement attacks to them and them only. You're a piece of shit, mate. Continue. I'm sure you've got really valuable...
It sounds like Kay's like really coming at this from a really like a logical perspective, not like no emotions. Or... She wouldn't use emotions. Come on, just kill this man. Brilliant. Oh, you know. Why? Where's it going? No. No. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. Good instinct, stranger.
Shush your face.
Get yourself killed now.
things to say, haven't you?
Join millions in sending money abroad with Wise. Download the Wise app today.
By the time the sun comes up tomorrow, there's a very good chance you'll be dead.
I'm sure you've got really valuable things to say, haven't you?
It was a voluntary platform. There's nothing voluntary about a platform that exploits women and forces them to...
Yeah, Piers, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it's a choice, it's women's choice. It's not about women's choice, is it? Is it? Oh,
Shh. Where's dinner key? Well, they must be getting close to dinner time, so I think Kay's getting nervous. Just love it when she say it. She is so angry. Oh my god. Oh fuck. How did that miss? How did that miss? Oh my god. Great, now what? Gotcha. How am I supposed to do this? I haven't got nearly enough power. I see what I mean. Why have I not even taken one? Doesn't make any sense. Oh my lord, what now? That one's got the wrench into it. Oh, you fucker. Why can't I just fuck? Okay. Yeah? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It took like 1,000 years to finally get it. It took a fucking 1,000 years. Brilliant. This against my shoulder. That's fine. Oh, you bastard. Why? I can't believe it. So,
Lib fems and the choice feminists are going to be crying at me, right? It's not about women's choice, is it? Oh, great, brilliant. Women choose to be exploited, right, for money because they're desperate for money. Does that make it empowerment?
Yeah.
Because they choose to do it? I have to pick between selling my body or selling pictures of my body or my kid starving, so I pick to sell my body. Is that inherently a choice, or is that a form of social coercion? Because the government...
K's a favorite word because it's social coercion. Which one's got the wrench in it? He's got the wrench. Killed. Nice, easy dude. Does she care about the gold? No. Excellent.
Any country, the UK, the US, refuse to help those who are already economically in a poor spot, and then they cry when these women take their last resort, which it is the last resort. He's again scoping these big OF creators as if they represent the majority of people who are on the only platform. But no, it isn't a voluntary platform, okay? I've beaten this
I love porn.
once, and I'll do it again. There are women being pimped out via OF. There are women being exploited via OF. And to the people who say, well, trafficking isn't the same as voluntary work, I don't care, quite frankly. I don't care, because there are women being trafficked on the same platform that is exploited.
Oh my god. Oh, you little ass clam. Did I get it? Yeah. Ruby. I think I did it. No. Oh well. Kill them all. Kill the filthy bastards. Just in case you need to waste another one of these lovers.
Women who are voluntarily doing it. There's also women in there who aren't voluntarily doing it and who are being pimped out digitally.
Yep.
There are OF managers who are digitally.
Yeah, exactly. Like Katie knows loads of them. Like a lot of Katie's friends. It's like a side hustle. Hey, Katie, you ever thought about doing the OnlyFans? I know a lot of black people probably jerk off to your content. I remember Professor Shackles told you every single person's opinion is exactly the same. So Indian, even the, and Kate, I can show you like pictures of some really fucking ugly looking like. And they have to be ugly. I'm sorry, like you think that that's like some, but it's more humiliating because they're ugly. That's why it didn't offend me too much when I saw like the black guy, because I just wanted to do this. I want to save it. Why is it so gauche to save it? How far you gotta go just to fucking save it? Mental. Let's go all the way back as well. I wanna go save it again.
Welcome. What can I interest you in? Thank you. That's good work, if I do say so myself. Come back anytime. Welcome.
Yeah, it's why like I wasn't that bothered when the black guy showed me this. He showed me the video. I think it was of him. Like, but the girl was like not that attractive. She was like, she would have been like a 3 or a 4. It's like it's bit. Oh no, no, no! Never ever waste alcohol, dude. Oh no, that's not good, is it? That's the first rule you never do. So, do you have any idea how expensive booze is? It's the sort of thing Indians would do. I'm better than the Indians, dude. Probably wasn't too much. Mom! Should I show you the guinea pigs? Do you want to see the guinea pigs? Does anyone want to see them? Because people always think the guinea pigs don't exist. Hello? Squeak! Hello? See? Join me. I... Why does everyone hate India so much? Like, I don't know. It's funny that someone did make a comparison. So like, Indians are just like brown Jewish people. I do get it. They are. I mean, the only thing that winds you up more is because like with Jewish people, you kind of feel like there's a good chance that they might be smart. So you kind of just feel annoyed that you're annoyed they're being like this entitled, I suppose. But at the same point, you're like, well, maybe they are like smart. They know what to do. But with Indians, it's just not even that. You just got like a fucking person who can't even speak English very well, and they sound ridiculous when they speak it. They always just sound absolutely retarded. And you just got one of these guys that's like trying to like yell at you. It sounds retarded. No one's intimidated by like an Indian guy like yelling at you. They're just always so weak. They always just look so pathetic. Oh, what am I doing? Oh wait, no. You idiot. You absolute stupid idiot. I realised that it's just an absolute moron. Absolute fucking moron.
Are OF managers who are digitally pimping women out, taking their money, and preying on vulnerable women who don't understand that you can do the OF content yourself. You don't need a manager, right? There is nothing.
You're gonna be okay.
But I might not be. So Chris is just. I mean, so Leon's just had it. He's just been haggard this whole time. Dude, I'm an idiot.
Freeing about this site. You know, again, we can have the whataboutism topic about the women that have been successful and have made money from the platform, but again, it always circles back to women shouldn't have to do that to get by. Women shouldn't have to feel their freedom.
So I'm late.
No. Thank you. I brought the medicine just in time.
Can you stand?
Where's Luis?
I was worried about you. Till the end.
Ashley's like Leon's bros.
Come on. We don't have much time. Let's get rid of these things.
For Luis.
Here, come in. There's a lab where we can remove the parasites. Had a crazy hunch that you'd know where it is.
Their most important facilities are housed near sanctuary at the top of the mountain. That's where I look.
Read in the encyclopedia.
Happy to help. Now you owe me.
Leon's just being. Leon's got like a choice between like the virgin white woman or the experienced Asian woman. That's what I'm saying. It's an allegory. You should just know. Just don't. Just say to her. Just say to Ada. No, look, you're obviously some masculine bitch. I don't want to. That's true. Why would you want to like date like Ada? She's just gonna be some masculine bitch. She'll probably rob you. She's not gonna find romance, is she? She's probably like. She's banged way too many dudes, probably to become a spy.
Has been bought because of being exploited. That's sad. We want to aim to have women not be seen as objects and not to be degraded on these websites where men think that they can have this parasocial relationship with them. And you should be doing more if you care about said women to bring women out of these situations, introduce schemes in which they can escape this trade rather than just on them and taxing them more. So great, you're going to tax them more, James. They're going to make more content, you dumb.
You are an absolute retard. I'm sorry. I know people haven't said that to you. You're starting to piss me off, though. Nah, not really. I don't really get into anger. I don't really do the whole anger thing. But you're just silly. You're just being dumb. Where's this all coming from? What's happened to this? Why are you so angry? Oh, good old motion. Oh, you look like you got the broad again, eh?
I have something I think you like. Welcome. I've got something new for you. Thank you. A deal well struck. Why not better to be over-prepared, am I?
The rocket launcher is really tempting, maybe for the last boss. I'm kidding. But that does kind of like get in the way. Oh, I feel really sick.
What's that? How have we procured these curiosities? You don't want to know. Will that be all? Come back any time.
Sell nude photos on the internet.
When you say
This is a
false,
classic
again,
case.
just to be clear about what OnlyFans is, correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding about OnlyFans is it's voluntary. No one's forcing you to do it. People go on OnlyFans, create an account, and they charge money for whatever they want to put on their account.
Wow, yeah, if only it was that simple. Critical analysis, 0. Piers Morgan's journalist. He's such a...
Put £1 in
It's good to see Kay's keeping that stoicness when she's doing it. I love it. This is what I love about women. Just keep that like stoicness. Just don't get that with any other people. Oops. Oh dear.
Look at you.
Look at you. It's not how we do things in the Angry Joe show. And gaming.
Box lifetime ISET today. Why? Because with a lifetime ISET, you can add up to £4,000.
Yeah, if only it was that simple. Critical analysis, 0. Piers Morgan's journalist. He's such a journalist. Sometimes I watch these debates and I'm like, oh, I'd love to get on there and just... But what's...
It's good to see Kay is keeping her like cool. Because can I just say I seldom watch stuff and ever get this angry. Like Kay's just losing it. Yeah, again, proving why we just can't let women have things. You forget how angry she's getting, and this is what she does. She'll vote with this attitude. I've met women like this. I've worked with women like this. It's just you can't work with them. They're literally just too emotional. That's literally like what I'd say. You just be like, what was wrong with her? She's too emotional. Too emotional. Fucking too emotional, mate. I'm such an idiot. What's wrong with me? Popped his head like a zit. Take that. Oh, SpaghettiOs. Oh.
¡Les he encontrado!
Fucked his ass. Got him like a pig. Got the, you gotta go like a pig. I love porn. I love porn. Wait a minute. Okay. That's why they call me the King Totes. I'm just some fucking loser. I don't like Moist Critical, I like more Pegasus. So, what's up, guys? I'm More Pegasus. Do you want what's up? Do you want what's up? That sounds fancy, does it?
On me.
You idiot! No!
Ashley! You alright?
I'm fine.
That was funny. Uh-oh. That was shit. I'm gonna have to do all those tokens again now. You little asshole. I just didn't think I did it very well, you know?
What's the point? What's the point? Because he's just stupid.
Yeah.
Or is he not stupid? I don't know. Piers, are you stupid? Are you actually stupid? Or are you just saying this to rage bait a reaction from James? I think that's what it is, right? You are, how old are you? He's got to be in his 50s, even 60s? I don't know. And you're telling me that you genuinely, calm down, Katie, calm down. You genuinely believe that only can be boiled down to, well, it's a voluntary...
Look how angry she's getting. She loves porn so much. She just wants everyone to make porn. That's her Katie's dream. She just wants everyone to like, make porn.
You got it.
If Katie could have it her way, she'd just make porn. Oh, why'd you do that for, you freak?
Side. Do you think the same about physical prostituted women? Do you think women that are prostituted are doing it voluntariness? Like, Piers Morgan is a choice feminist, confirmed.
I'm not sure where the exploitation element, as you're articulating it, is.
Well, Piers, I would say it is inherently exploitative that a big app can take a percentage of women's money that they make from selling their own body. Oh, I would say that's exploitation, Piers.
I love that it's again. Katie doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it. Her little brain she's been programmed too much by like the Jewish God Lord machine. I spoke with Professor Shackles. Never relinquish your rights to the white man, Katie. Always argue. Only people you should relinquish your rights to is ISO Speed or LeBron James. If you see black penis, always suck it. Remember to make your dad angry. I'm free. Oh.
Sorry.
It's over.
You alright?
Yeah, no big deal.
You know me. Alright, let's do it. So,
But you know, in today's day and age, apparently we're all allowed our own definition of the word exploitation. And as always, feminists would say, everybody's a slave to capitalism, or...
yes, Kay is a slave to capitalism. She is the perfect Goy Lord. Look at all the toys behind her. Like, all that's Goy Lord. All of those toys cost like fractions of pennies to make, and you just sold it. You bought it off some freak, some Jewish guy. You're a perfect Goy Lord, so you're gonna sit here and like pretend you're not Goy Lord. You're so like Brittany Venti and all these people who think they're like above the Matrix. They're not, because they would be doing it for free otherwise. Okay? And they're not.
Well done. You've proven yourself reliable. Well then, what can thank you?
They're all, none of you. Everyone's like fucked. Oh, I mean, I'm getting close to dinner, so I might let's listen to a little bit more. Okay. Someone's replied to me. Let's see what they said. They probably said, "I hate you, gay boy." John Lewis here. Dude, loads of people joined Blue Lotus. That's so good. Alright, anyways, let's watch a little bit more, okay?
Oh, yeah, he'll be whipping that one out next. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because you working at McDonald's every day, right, where you have a HR where you can report being... Yeah, you can report that. You have the safety of being able to report that. It's definitely the same as selling your body online or in person. Yeah, everybody's a slave to capitalism. What an offence. You know when people say that, yeah? I want to... Because what an insult to those who are in it purely to survive. What an insult for those who are in it, which is the majority, by the way. The majority of people are in it to survive. The people that are usually, again, the loud, vocal majority of people that say things like, "Oh, well, I enjoy it." We're not talking about you then. If you're enjoying it, right, and you're not forced into it, then fine. I'm not. Who am I to tell you to get off the platform? That's fine. I still don't agree with it. I still think it's exploitative. But who are you to say? Who are you to say that it's the same as any other job when it damn well isn't? And it's always the people who sit there and admit that they're privileged because they get to do it in the comfort of their own privilege, lightly.
She's just like coming up with these weird, like, it's just what women do. They don't understand like averages for some reason. Like, it's like they don't understand per capita. It's like black people. And they always just bring in this like really, really like extreme example, which just never comes up. It would just be like, this is what Katie's doing. She's just bringing up this fucking weird narrative of like these people who have just been like forced to do OnlyFans, which I'm sure happens. But again, I don't think this was really the sort of bigger issue. It was just this was just more him making an effort to do this because if your qualm is just the women are going to get taxed more. Well, I mean, I don't know. Because if they're going to be like being pimped anyway, it's like they're going to be getting a raw dough anyway. So it just doesn't make any sense because it's like that's not really changing the problem. He is targeting people who are doing it like legally gay. He's not going to target those who are like doing it unforcibly. Do you know why? Because that should be a crime. It's not really. Why does it make you feel any better if I fucking some woman's been trafficked to do OnlyFans, and in case like only qualm is like at least she gets like a nice fat bag at the end of it. No, she should just not do it at all. If she's doing any porn now, like that's the difference. This is why it's just weird. She's just coming up with this strange like small probably percentage of people, and even if it is a lot, it's just again it's just a bigger issue, and that's probably just more like yeah we should just be trying to like shut down just stop porn in general. But this is just a step in the right direction. And the thing about Katie about it's really funny is that she would be like really anti like against the right, like people like me. But actually, if she listens to me, I would say to her, I would really not want her. I don't want porn. I don't want porn. The only people porn benefits are like people who haven't got white skin. So it's just Jewish people, black, Muslim, Indians. And I'm just gonna be like really brutal with you. It is. They're all the people who benefit from it because they're all like the losers who are not gonna be able to like. If you like look at most of the sort of the average like each of those people, they're all like these like absolute losers. These are not the guys who are going to be able to get like hot women. So tricking them into doing porn is just the best thing ever. It's just the best way for them to like be able to still get like and just using money to make them do things. It's just so stupid. Like, we should have just been better as like white guys at just protecting women, but for some reason we haven't. We've just let them go out and just do the most deplorable shit for money because they would just do it. We should just be protecting it because if we had it our way, because the demand for white women is so high, we could just like lock it up and just protect it and just have no porn of it, and like, all the rest of the world go insane. They'd go absolutely insane because their women are just not as hot. Indians are going crazy because they're just even if we just said like you're not allowed any more new porn, you just have to like live off all the porn that exists. They'd probably just like go crazy. They'd probably like start nuking us because their whole thing is they've just been promised the dream of their dream is just the tickets the Jews have sold to them is that they get to go to like come here and fuck some white women, and that's what they all want to do. They lie to you and say they don't, but it is generally like it is what they all want to do. They all just want to come here and just fuck like white women. So, for example, you know, like some ordinary gamers, even though his wife's not that hot, like to him, that's still like that's like the glow. He's like living the classic Indian boy dream, which is live in a Western country, have a white wife, and it does not matter like what she looks like. It's just as long as she's white, and that's why they're usually chopped because to them they're bug-eyed, like free fucking insect-eyed, like bug people. But again, like people are gonna his Indian fans will like cope and say she's really hot, but she's not. I've seen pictures of her. She's again like a very like average mid Like, I'm hot. I would say I'm hotter than her as a man, and I know like people go, but it's true. Like, just gotta swallow that bitter pill. But to him, that's the dream. He's won it. He's not able to sleep with women, like really attractive women, unless he pays and they're like hookers, and that doesn't really count. I'm talking about like actually going to have like a relationship with a woman without using money. Because if you use money, you've lost. You just already done it. Because there is a hot woman out there who's like a 9 out of 10 who would have in her head be attracted to a man, and that man could get it for free. But the difference is you're an Indian or a black or a Jewish guy, and you've got to have millions and millions to be able to have the same attention that hot guy could get for free. That's the code. That's what you don't understand. You've been lied to that like, oh no, it's what you should deserve. It's not. It's just if you're very unattractive and you can't get hot women, you have to use money to do it. You have to have the cars and stuff. Because they know that their sex is just not going to be very good for them. Oh, okay.
Here, hold this down.
Got it.
But if you're like a hot guy, you don't need to have all that stuff. They'll just have sex with you.
It's locked.
Where's the other switch?
Shit!
Where'd I go? Where'd I go?
Oh, damn it!
Okay. Great. This is really great. I'm just so glad I saved it. Alright, fuck it. I can't wait 2 hours. I'm gonna get something to eat.
I don't think anybody who is... I mean, people like Severine have the privilege of doing it safely within her own house, right? But it's still exploitative. But then you've got the people that are not only being exploited, but aren't safe in doing it because there's a pimp or a boyfriend behind it, which there very often is. So when people say, oh, it's so...
Probably black as well, 100% black. But if I ask her that, she'll say I'm racist. And she'll say, actually, look, and she'll show me a couple of the white ones. And I'm like, I'll be like, where are all these black ones? And she'll go, no, that's racist. He's actually from the Dominican Republic, that's not black. So many women do that. They just make some weird cope up. I like say, oh, he's not black. He's from like the Dominican. Like, see, I know Pearl did that, but there was someone else who did it, and I was like, that's just weird. Goy lauded. It's like, again, to show you like how goy lauded like it is. Like, there's like a Canadian woman who's probably she's like probably like the same age as me, and I engage with her like in a chat. And anytime I like say anything that's like anti-Indian, she kind of like chastises me for a bit for it, and I think it's just like it's interesting, isn't it? It just kind of shows that just women just can't. They're so scared to just be full racist. They want to be, they want to be, but they just know it's too getting the sympathy. It's like I say, and I say sympathy. Getting like the sympathy from like Indians and black people is just way too tempting. So what I mean by that is it's just you've got like two paths to sort of take. You can either go the integral route where you want to like actually stand with your like white male counterparts because you know that should be the thing you do, and just actually kind of accept that most people of color, okay, just you do realize that people just want to kill me, okay? The people in Africa just want me dead. Like, if I just go to Africa, people want me dead. You probably will. Nah, you'll probably be kept alive. You'll be raped, and you'll just become a sex slave. Like, do you want to be really honest with you? We've done a really damn good job of protecting you of that, and the people, like the Africans that you see are like the ones that are like usually from like either really rich families, and they're like the best of the best. But the vast majority of the people in Africa, okay, they just will hate you just because you're white. And they'll just want you dead because you're white. And they'll hate you because of who you are as well and what you do. They'll hate you because you're like covered in tattoos, and you don't have any children, and so if you want to play it that way, then they'll just hate you again because you're white. They'll just think you're a white devil, and they'll just be completely brainwashed by whatever Jewish propaganda or whatever that because of slavery or whatever happened so fucking long ago, they just have a right to hate you. And because they're so mentally retarded, for some reason, and because Jewish people are probably paying loads of money to stop us from actually doing anything about it, like, we just let them off. We just like watch South Africa, they do these like these chants. They go, death, death, kill all the whites, death, death, kill all. There's like thousands of people in the president's there as well, and he's got a big grin on his face, and he's like waving the crowd. And nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. It plays on all the websites. Nothing happens. If I even just had this stream and I started saying like, death, death, death to the blacks, death, 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 I'd go to prison. I'd be in prison. I'd probably be in prison by the end of the month. Then there'd be a Jewish lawyer say that's racist. It doesn't make sense, does it? Like, why is a black guy in Africa allowed to say like death to the whiteys and everyone loves him? Because he's like, and you could argue, well, but white people are a minority there, so he's allowed to say it. Well then, okay, well black people are a minority here, so why can't I say it then? It just doesn't make any sense. If anything, the white people in South Africa should get super treatment if you're going by the logic there, because they're the minority. But no, they don't have any racism laws there, so it's just stupid. So then the left will just say, well, it's just they don't have those laws. It's the same like basically every other country, right, in the world, except for a few European countries, just do not let you have like people who are not natives to run for election. It's only like the UK and like Spain and some of these shitty Europe ones where we've got some stupid bullshit clause where some asshole who just wrote the law just didn't think about it in the future. So it's like all these Indians come in. Oh, Sal, we can vote for you. We can vote. We can run for election. I'm definitely going to speak to the hearts of all the hard-working tradesmen, all the like white van men who like go down to the pub. I'm going to speak to all the hearts of them, not just be like a voting bloc.
Oh, it's a woman's choice. Oh.
Imagine there was a tool that showed you every single card that you've had on finance and what you could be owed. Well, there is. It's called Miss Sold Expert. And
It's a woman's choice. Oh.
Well, this is often the defense of trafficking. 15 Well, this is often the defense of trafficking, that a 15-year-old girl is voluntarily...
Hang on. Trafficking is illegal.
And I believe it only should be illegal.
There's so often this debate that, like, trafficking and OF...
Yeah, this is what I'm saying to you, because Kay's like a little goy lord. What I mean by this is like women are like this. It's like I said to you. Hayes pretty much like that woman from Harry Potter. What's her name? Umbridge, whatever her name is. The fucking horrible one. Dolores, whatever her name is. That one. That is just a very good example of like what modern, like these gassed up modern women are like. They just think they've gone through their lives and people don't question them, and they walk around with this like this like narcissistic like they're trying to come across as like they're like perfect, but you just know that they deep down they've got this like absolutely horrible like evil demeanor behind them, but they just like, I suppose, being like professional enough that they're not showing it, but you just know because they're not able to hide it good enough. it comes across, I suppose, as just being like a little bit psychopathic. I suppose not even like sociopathic, just more like because sociopathic they'd be able to hide it. Good sociopaths you just can't tell. And they can just put the charm on. But narcissists, you can normally tell. A narcissist is just be like, you know, when you like listen to hear like black and Indian people when they just like talk about like just flat out lying about shit, just that they're best and they're the best. That's just like narcissism. Like I think like narcissism and like psychopaths, being a psychopath is not very high in IQ. I think being more like sociopathic is higher IQ. Because it's like you're able to understand how you can just manipulate people, so you can just kind of like turn the charm on where you want. It's like it's a bit like a power. You can just kind of like you can just like chameleon yourself into just fit in because you can just like very quickly pick up like what someone's like, so you can just emulate to be a sort of a personality that will match that. And that's just kind of what it is because that's not me, is it? I'm just pretending to be someone. That's what I do.
Be conflated when in reality you can't separate them. When I'm sorry, if one platform is profiting off of a very large, scarily huge amount of women who are being trafficked, right? If OnlyFans is making a penny off of trafficked women, exploited women, or OF managers, you know, in the mix too, then
Why don't you think abortion should be illegal? What's your argument for that, Katie? Why do you think why abortion should be illegal? Because this is the thing, right? To give you context, like Kay, if she had her child, it's just like her child would be however old now, probably like really love her, but like instead like she just got all these toys, and all the holidays she's gone on, and all the house she's got. This is what you're trading it in for. Like if you speak to her mum, who's got like a 6-year-old, and you say, "Would you trade this all in?" And you showed like Kay's like bedroom and all the tats and stuff, and like, all the holiday issues, and all like the pictures of food, and all of like her hot like little relationship situationship she had with all of her like the chads who've just like because she would do that because this was what they do. She would be like she's probably like I said on like good amount of money, so she'll go on like these like high profile websites. And it's just going to be filled with like loads of these like dudes, which is going to be like, the sort of dudes who put like private jets and stuff. So to her, she'll be like, "That's perfect, that's perfect," because she's only she'll be on like 100K a year. But yeah, like I said, like that there was that video she did about her reporting the rape, and it was like she just very very subtly dropped out that she had enough money to spend thousands and thousands on gifts to this woman. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have not got that kind of money. I have friends who have also been like very, very, and they don't have that kind of money. So this has got to be a very wealthy person to be able to do that. Just to be able to like drop thousands and thousands on like some girl who's ever. I mean, the most I've ever spent on my girlfriend was like, I bought her an iPad. But to be fair, she was like a virgin. So before you're gonna say anything, she was worth it because yeah, she deserved to be spoiled because like, she was a virgin when I met her. So as far as I was concerned, she was a woman, and she was very like prim and proper. But unfortunately, the feminism bug hit her as well. She thought she could do better. It's just what happens. We went to London. She was just like, I'm just gonna go. But it's just there's not a lot I can do about it. But that's her choice. I'm not gonna like stalk her. I just accept it. That's the difference between like men and women. I just think like I don't care. She's probably more likely to stalk me, because that's just what I've noticed with women. Like a lot of women, especially like, if you don't have very high body counts, which you wouldn't, because like, I was there first. And because that's the thing. It's like. This is just the sort of the funny thing like we learn, and I just especially like I'm not like angry because I know like now entering into my 30s, I'm actually starting to gain more wisdom, and just I think people are more likely to give me more respect because that's I think what that's the thing you just they don't teach you really as a kid. And when you're a kid as a bloke, it's just like everything about you is just trying to like make yourself into like a man by your 30s. So you're just trying to like use your 20s just to try and like learn a lot and just kind of get your footing and have date and just kind of like find out like what women are like and just try and and I want to applaud you to like actually have mistakes because it's not like really serious ones. So I'm just saying like you need to have that, and that's why I don't want people to like have perfect lives. I don't think you should have a perfect life. I know that sounds really like, but you learn a lot more from hardships. And I had a lot of friends who came from like really, really, really privileged families, and I just think like, okay, well they're probably never gonna have an issue with money, but that does insulate them actually a lot from quite a few sort of situations, especially in the modern world. Because let's be honest, when you're like, and if you're living in like England, you're probably not gonna die at war, are you? Like, conscription is probably not really gonna happen. If we're gonna be like, really honest with you. So like, the most likely things you're gonna be worrying about will just probably just be your health. But like a lot of that is just down to luck to some extent. I mean, you can obviously be fat and smoke and whatever, but yeah, that someone in your family dies, but again, that's not really like something you can control. So, yeah, you get married and divorced, maybe have children or something, and you lose custody of them. You lose a job or something. Or you get arrested, but then like, you see what I mean? It's just these are the sort of like. But again, like when you have money, I suppose a lot more. I suppose you're just it just helps a bit more. I'm not gonna like pretend they don't because they do just have their own like rich people still have their own issues. But it's not as good if you're just sheltered. So like for example, if you're like, in your 30s and then you have had nothing bad happen to you, then all of a sudden like your dad has a heart attack and dies. You're gonna really take it bad because it's good. I mean, it is really bad, but I'm just gonna say you'll take it really bad because it's like nothing like that's ever happened to you before. So it might even just completely change you as a person. You might just become like Batman.
I would say that platform should not exist. That platform should not exist. But yeah, no, we're gonna have this again. This is such a choice feminist argument. Well,
Dave probably loves to. That was a bit of a sticky one. I think it might rain. Here's somewhere. Come on. No. Okay.
Well, don't conflate the two when they're directly linked. And like again, a simple research will literally show you that they are directly interlinked. You can't have one without the other. I mean, yeah, you can say that it sucks that they are conflated, but they are. You know, people try and taking this moral high ground to say, well, one's illegal and one's not.
Okay, why don't you drink the lava lamp? I don't know how much you want for it, like a couple £100 or something. Like you just drink like a couple of like a sip of the goo.
To make you look like the weirdo for conflating the two. It's just so annoying.
Well, what law are they breaking? Well, there's nothing. Well, I would change the law. I would change the law. That's how we do.
I don't know if this is what James is trying to come at, but what I would say to Piers if I was there is that I don't think the focus should be on, we're not punishing women for this. We're not punishing women when they're already down. It's punishing the men. It's punishing the owners of these companies. It's punishing, I mean, he just died, the OF guy. RIP, I guess. You know, am I meant to care that he's gone?
Why do you need to add this in? It's just like, this is what I'm telling you, it's like filibuster. It's like, why do we need to care about this? It doesn't need to. Just, can you imagine like watching the news and it's just got this much emotion in it? It's there, yeah, planes crashed, Pakistan, don't even give a fuck. Who cares? It's like 150 Pakistanis died, yeah. Like an English bloke, but he's a guy, so fuck him. Imagine that. Like, it's like I'm supposed to like feel invested in this. Like, come on, you're the one who's like doing this. Like,
He was a scumbag. You know, these big companies should be sin tax. That's who we should.
they do get sin tax. It's called actual tax.
Be punishing.
Slavery wasn't illegal, and then we said this is a moral republic.
Who's enslaving people on it?
I mean, Piers Morgan doesn't want porn to be banned because his wife's a cock, so he probably does use OnlyFans. He probably does use OnlyFans. That's what I'm saying. It's like this is just like it. And also, he's leftist. He's just, I guess I don't know actually. Is he leftist? I don't know. He's not right. I don't think so. I think he's pretty leftist. He seems to like really. He seems to always like really like back up Sophie Rain. It's like, but I don't know. That could just be down to the cockery. It's hard to say, isn't it? It's down to the cockery.
I'm really curious. I don't. Again, look, I don't. Maybe you've consumed a lot more only content than me, and you see trafficking and slavery.
Filibuster. Sorry. Yeah, just look at that Apple knows. It's like again. It's like, who is Piers to say this? Again, I don't. He's not the best looking dude in the world, guy with the glasses, but he's pretty well spoken. He's probably got like a good job. I'm sure he's probably got like an alright girlfriend, a wife. We all know Piers' history, though. We know Piers, and this is just why it's really stupid. And this is what I'm saying to you as well. It's like, this is like the left saying, is when the left can't like kind of win or beat you in discourse, they like just end up like accusing you of like the thing you're trying to stop. So, for example, if I was trying to like stop paedophilia, or like change the laws of it or something, the people would like accuse me for it. And it's very telling, because I think it is actually like that is essentially what the left they just tell on themselves. I actually think you'll find that it's Piers who will be using OnlyFans loads, and I think it's true because Do you want me to do like armchair therapy or like what? Like if your wife is like sending those pictures out, first trap or not, she's clearly just like. Obviously, they just had this conversation and they just got some strange, like weird, because all celebrities do. Because they just both become like really rich. Well, we just get bored of each other, but they want to like stay together. But they're just kind of like, we're gonna stay together and just like more like, cause we like, she likes that I've got money, and then I like that she's like my wife, and it's just like there's like a social connection they get, but it's like there's just maybe there's no sex in it or something, so they're just allowed to go off and do what they want, and just kind of. Piers is probably the one who just goes off and just like does actually like go on OnlyFans, just jerks off in the dark, and it's like her wife's like just posting these weird thirst traps. Because women masturbate to shit that they hear, so she's posting like her like weird thirst traps on Instagram. To her, that's like the equivalent of like when Piers like pays to see nudes. That's what like we don't. That's what like, the men and women don't seem to understand. For women get off in different ways. Women get off on what they hear. Like, you can like make a woman like orgasm if you just like say the right things. I mean, she'll have to like touch herself, but you could do it. It's just like this shitty, like crappy account called Hoops Crave. Oh, I wonder what type of people love Hoops Crave about N ball. Like, it's like I'm not even joking. I never liked it. It just really does show your IQ, doesn't it? I just think like the higher your IQ, the less you care about like any of these like shit. Because I think you just, as a kid, I remember like my friend having an NBA Jam game on like the N64, and that was like the only fun basketball ever. And I don't care if they were gonna say, oh, it's this GameCube one, blah blah. No, I played that one game and that was it. I got it. I just didn't like it. I didn't care. I remember seeing all the characters' names. I had no idea who any of these people were. Didn't even know like where most of these states were when I was playing it at that time. I'm not gonna like pretend I'm some cheat. Like I knew everything. I didn't. Like I was just be like, who are these? Who's the Bronco? The Denver Broncos? Who's this? Who's this? Where's the New York Dolphins? I don't know. This. New York Knicks, or whatever they were. Yeah, it's just as soon as I like saw like when you like look at the team, and everybody, it's always like fucking black faces. It's just like smiling like this. I was just like, this is shit, because it's just like even as a kid, it was like there was just no. Oh, when I used to do athletics when I was like 12 or 13, and I quit roughly around that, and my dad was like, why? And I just said, oh, it's because like as soon as we went into like the inter county and there was a black guy, just there's no point. It's just true, because if I just wasted my time doing it, I'm sure I could have probably got to like maybe like 9.6, maybe 9.5. I'm not kidding. Like that's, but the world record is like 8.5 or 8.6 or so like that. Do you see what I mean? It's just I just couldn't do it because I'm just not tall enough. I'm not like I just didn't have the balance to do it. I could have been very fast. I just do not. I'm not arrogant enough to pretend I would have been fast enough to be with him because I wouldn't. But I think I could have probably because I did get to like I did the fastest I think I ever ran 100 was 10.9. That's the fastest like recorded I've ever done. It's not like well, it's not. It's not very. It is very fast. I think. 10.9. It's like it's just over over 10 meters per second, isn't it? I don't know if I'd be able to run it that fast anymore. And I used to be able to do 200 meters in like about 24 seconds. And again, that was the fastest I think it's been recorded, and that was like when I was like 16 or something. But that was the fastest I could do it. The 200 was, I hated doing it. It was fucking hard. It is so daunting.
And everything else, but I'm not aware that that is what only is.
Then maybe you should do your research. Piers, you know, you're a journalist and you're sat there saying, oh, no. It's just a voluntary thing that women...
Remember, just think about like every time he does this, I'm just thinking of like when you see like you go into the museums, you see like, the busts of all of these great Greek philosophers. You can just underneath it, there's just a quote, which is like a like really, really deep, profound quote. It really makes you think about like, oh yeah, that's really good. But then you just like look at Katie, you're like, just acting like at Michael Scott. This is her trying to like to be with the kid, be with the adults. It's just like this is just like why. This I keep telling you. There's like tears of Katie, which is like. So to give you context, there's in the Superman comics, there's this character, it's like a fifth dimensional imp whose name's like really hard to pronounce. It begins with like X. It's like Inxels. I can't even pronounce it. It's very hard to pronounce. But it's like it's meant to be like a fifth dimensional name. But the point of him is like he just kind of like meets up. He just every now and then sporadically just appears in like Superman's world, and he's just got the power to just like completely fuck with Superman. So like Superman really struggles to like ever be able to do anything to him. I don't think he ever really gets like well. He might do a couple of times, but like in general, like he's always in control because he just has the ability to just alter like reality. So he could just change everything into whatever he wants. Just make Superman into whoever he wants, and just change him to any kind of medium he wants. And he does it like on numerous occasions. He does it so many times. It's because his power is just it's like reality bending because it's just or reality manipulation because it's just he's like fifth dimensional. He's not on the same plane. It's like I think the best comparison is like a really clever YouTuber. I loved him. It was called like oh no, what was he called? Over the Access, I think. He was like this like genius like white guy. And he said like the best way of saying it is if you draw a picture of a 2D like a stick man in a box, you being like a human to that like stick man on that piece of paper is basically kind of the same as like if you just had a fifth dimensional person fucking with you. Like you wouldn't be able to do anything to them. So like what I'm trying to say is like okay, like, let's say like someone who from the fifth dimension like fucks with me now. It'd be like I guess the best way of saying it's like if you met the Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen, who's like that blue guy, who just has the ability to just like alter reality. So if you shoot him with a gun, you just can the bullet can just go through him, There's like many things that can just happen because he's not on the same realm as you. So like if you shoot him with a gun, he could just like make the bullet just disappear if he wants to. The bullet could just like go through him. He could like feign that the bullet did hit him and he dies. But then actually he's not dead and he's just like fucking with you. He could. I mean, he could. I think he could probably choose to actually get killed by the girl. I guess. I wonder if that is actually a consciousness he could do, but I don't. I don't think that is something else. But you see what I mean? It's like he's not. He can just change everything. He can just change the rules. It's like trying to like fight the admin or the mod in a Discord mod. He's just got access to controls. He can just mute you, and you can just so that'd be like the equivalent of like just like turning all your powers off and just block you, which would just be like I don't know, dull your senses out. But that's kind of like what I am like. Okay, when I'm speaking to you, like I know that there are like people in my realm, and I'm not the smartest of them. Do you know what I mean? It's another good equivalent of this. It'd be like in Bleach. It's like when Ishigo he fights Grimjaw, and he's like getting really cocky about it. He's like fights him in Kokoro, and he like uses his like hollow mask, and I think he like just wounds or he just about like grazes Grimjaw. But he's like basically flagged at his like strongest form. And Grimjaw like basically just reveals that he's like super suppressed. He's like mega suppressed in this realm. And he's not even using his like transformation, which is like it. And I think I liked it because I think back then he just gave like he's like my transformation makes me 5 times more powerful, and it just I like it when they do sometimes because they're not doing it to like autistically actually give you like a ranking. It's just meant to just be used as a method to just make you understand like the kind of how big the difference is. That was just like why like Dragon Ball just didn't work. Because the power levels were just kind of just designed, I think. Yeah, I mean it is just broken because yeah, when you but it's just what do you want me to say? It's like I'm not gonna make mistake. I'm not even gonna even make excuses up. But I just think like all I'm just gonna say is I think just when Akira Toriyama wrote the story, it just the thing you just gotta remember is it worked for the time. It's great to just be able to like look at stuff in retrospect and in hindsight, and then just like tear it to pieces and just take like surgically like dissect it. Just be like, oh, yeah. But by the time I'd even like heard these shit like that, like, the fucking comic had already been out. Like the comic was out like before I was like fucking born. I swear like Dragon Ball Z was still like. I swear like when I was born in like in the early 90s. I swear like Dragon Ball Z was already like still probably like quite prominent at that point. I wouldn't be surprised if like the Japanese like part where Goku fights Frieza did happen like 94, 95 or something in the Japanese like release. For the anime, I'm not even talking about the manga. The manga probably happens like when I was born. You see what I mean? So it's just like before I was born, he was already like coming up with that. I just like don't think people back then just had the time to really think about it. They're going into like this depth about like the stupid power, the power level, and being like, "But didn't Goku finish the being Vegeta?" And he was like just about at like I don't know 15,000 or something, and then somehow he's come to Namek and he's able to fight Frieza, who's like a level, he's got like a million over, easily must be like, on 2.5 million. It's true, but I think that the justification for that is the Denke boost. He's like, yeah, no, he did. But it's because when he gets beaten up by Ginyu, he doesn't really get beaten up by Ginyu. He gets his body changed, and then what happens? I think he just gets his ass handed to him by Krillin and Gohan, doesn't he? Because he's like he doesn't know how to use his techniques, and then he tries to change back to Ginyu, but then he throws the frog and that's it. But I mean that power is like and it's just like why did he never use that on Frieza? Why did he never use it on Frieza? Like, Frieza was just so so strong compared to any of his other minions. You just don't, it just doesn't make any sense. If that power was just so easy to just kind of do, which it was, because, like, I don't know, there's just some bullshit that, like, oh, Frieza would just be able to like, teleport or some shit. But, like, seriously, if you were just. I'm pretty sure, like, first form Frieza easily could have taken out all of, like, all of the Frieza soldiers, all the lackeys, easy. Yeah, even Vegeta before Vegeta was like on like Namek when he like was a little bit boosted. But I still think like no, I still think Frieza versus like um first form Frieza versus like Saiyan Vegeta would have still gone to like Frieza. I still think Frieza was like I'm trying to remember like what happens. Like what is the transition that happens? First form Frieza. Who does this? Who does first form Frieza fight? I can't remember. I kind of want to watch it. Maybe I should. I'm gonna go watch it.